Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope I've reached you in a positive moment. For those of you that are joining for the first time, this channel is about all things business, more specifically my experience with small business and whatever I can do to help you start, run, and grow your small business. Now, really quickly, I wanted to jump on here and talk about communication and opinions. And I had a little thing on here where we were talking about name calling and stuff like that, and just having intelligent back and forth conversations. But that's more on a personal level. Now, if you're starting your business and it's just you're the one performing the service, or you're the one selling the product, it's just you represent your business, and whether you like it or not, your opinions and views kind of merge into whatever you do in business. So staying neutral is important because, obviously it's just about your product or your service, right? And kind of steer clear of name, especially name calling. You should just steer clear of that anywhere. That's so childish. Just because a person doesn't agree with you, you don't have to call them stupid idiots, dummies, all of this stuff. You don't have to be hurtful. You could just agree to disagree. But more importantly, communication. If you are talking with the customer and you figure out, okay, this is not a sale, this person is not going to buy from me, kind of turning cold and, snatching the product out their hand, or just like abruptly ending the conversation. People feel that, and they may have came back later at another time and bought said product from you, but that feeling that they get from you is going to say it all. Now, you can't please everyone, and it doesn't matter for some people how nice you are to them. They still won't buy from you for whatever reason. Maybe they just don't need it. Maybe they just don't like you. Right? So you always have those type of situations. But what I'm talking about is you're conversing with someone and then you figure out this is not a sale, and you just kind of abruptly end the conversation, or start talking to another customer that you're hoping to get that sale from, and you just kind of leave them on the back burner. Trust me, people feel that. They remember that. And not only will they feel it, they'll tell someone else how they felt. And you'll lose business. You will. And just people can feel when you're genuine too. I like to compliment people, but I don't over compliment them. I'll just compliment something small. If that person is still around, the next person, I'll have a different approach. I may just approach them directly. This person will know that I'm genuine. People can feel that. And yes, you have your pitch, and yes, it's kind of repetitive. Whatever you're talking about, the product or service, that part will be repetitive. But that initial hello, that initial interaction can always be unique. You can figure out a way to make that unique. And so I'll give you an example of people kind of putting their foot in their mouth. And I've probably already given this example, but there are times that you can put your foot in your mouth and you will never, ever, ever recover. Papa John's former founder, CEO guy, he's a perfect example. Now, he just donated $1 million to Kentucky HBCU. But when I was reading through the comments on that particular post, so many people down there, how are you still canceled? Oh, we'll never still take our money there, blah, blah, blah. People have not forgiven him. Okay. Some people are very particular. Like me, myself, personally, I don't like Walmart. And my last straw was a time I went there really late at night. I was buying house stuff. House stuff can add up, rugs and different things that you want to buy, $200-300 worth of stuff that I was going to buy. I went to go get some help. The person said that they were bringing someone back. 20 minutes later, no one came back. I left that cart with everything there, with everything in it, and walked out. The next day I went to Target, bought every single thing that I wanted. I may have paid a higher price, but I was excited to get that stuff home. When I bought stuff from Walmart, I barely even wanted to take it out of the bag, right? Now, it's not necessarily Walmart's fault, They're a big store. They don't care that they lost me. But when you're a small business, every little bit counts. Every good or bad reaction or review counts. The good ones count and the bad ones count. No one cares about that money that Papa John gave, or some people still don't care. They're still not going to buy Papa John's. I'm one of them. I've not bought Papa John's since that incident, and I'm just on code. I just stay on code type of stuff, certain things. Nope, no Papa John's for me. But you understand, see, now that man is playing damage control and trying to save the brand. I guarantee you they looked at those numbers and they saw that the numbers suffered. And they're like, okay, what's the next plan B? Do something, donate some money. Now they're scrambling around. All because this man sitting up here on the phone. I know they taped him and I don't, you know, recorded him just saying some frivolous stuff. He didn't have no business saying what he said, right? So going forward, I understand that you may have an opinion, and it may be valid, but someone else may hear that and they may only hear a piece of it, or they may not get it all the way in context, and they'll out you. And then, you're boycotted, you're canceled. And you may say, oh, I have plenty of customers. I don't care what this one person. Trust and believe. It may take a little bit of time for that word to circulate, but once it circulates, they tell, hey, this person says these horrible things, or this person does this horrible thing. This is how this person views this certain situation. And in this sensitive era that we in now, you could be out of business, quite literally, for something that you said or an opinion. And just think very carefully. And especially if you're back and forth debating someone, man, there's no reason to be calling people dumb and stupid and name calling. Hey, the person doesn't view the world the way you view it. Have a great day. I wish you the best. If you don't ever want to talk to that person again, that's your choice. But just because they don't think the way you think, like, why name call them? And you're a business owner. This person may be part of your customer base, right? Who even cares? For some of this stuff is just so dumb. Trust and believe. A lot of these back and forth debates are really dumb. And I nip all that stuff in the bud, change the situation, change the conversation, or walk away. I don't even get into this back and forth with folks anymore. And I encourage you to think carefully about the things that come out of your mouth and be genuine when you're pitching or selling, when you're selling your product or service. You're out there talking about yourself, talking about your business, just promoting yourself, whatever you're doing. Be upbeat, be genuine, be unique, greet people, really sit there and listen and talk to the people. Really listen, take it in. Yeah, you want to sell this thing, but this person wants to talk to you about the community and what's going on. Sit there and listen. They may want to talk about their daughter. They may be lonely. They just may want to talk to you. And because they might not want to buy from you right then and there, but because you sat there and talked to them and was genuine with them, if they did need your product or service, they're going to come buy it from you. They're going to remember the nice young lady, the nice young man that was so nice to them. They may travel to you just because you were so nice to them. Or they may not need you, but they hear someone else needs you, they're going to refer you. Be genuine, right? Don't name call, folks. Make sure your communication skills are up to par. You don't have to name call and holler and cuss at folks because they don't think the way you think, right? Or they're not like you. They're different from you. So what? Your businesses should be wrapped around solving a problem, fulfilling a need. That really should be your main focus. Okay, I'm not trying to preach, and of course you're going to do whatever you want to do, but I'm going to tell you, your bottom line will reflect whether or not you have good communication skills, whether or not you're genuine, and whether or not you can be neutral. Your bottom line will reflect that. Trust me. And like always, I hope everything you touch turns to gold.